After watching this video, you will be able to make tteokbokki on your own.
Hi, my name is Gigi. Today I'll be reproducing our Korean partners video. We're gonna make the tteokbokki, I think that's what it's called. But first, let me go over the ingredients with you. We're gonna need the rice cakes, which should come in a bag. You can get that at the Korean market. It'll look like this. And then you're gonna need the fish cakes. They normally come frozen, so whenever you get this and take it home, to make sure you defrost it. And then you're gonna need the chili paste. You can also get this at the Korean market. You need 1 sweet onion, some garlic, and this is just like a soup base. It's optional. They didn't do this in the video. I just picked it up because the guy who owned the Korean store told me it'll make the whole thing better. And then you need some sugar. And that will be all the ingredients you'll be using. And also, in the Korean students' original videos, they used soy sauce. But I was told this recipe I'm going to be using today is a more traditional recipe. The guy told me to cut out the soy sauce because the chili paste already has salt and soy sauce in it. So that's why I will not be using soy sauce in this video. Now we're going to go through all the tools we'll be using for this meal. First, you're going to need a pot, somewhat like this, to boil the soup base in. And then you're going to need a spoon to get the chili paste into the water. Something small like this to put the garlic in. And a bowl for the onions. And you'll be also using the cutting board, a small one or a big one. And a knife. And be very careful while you're using the knife because it's going to be very sharp. And if you don't think you use the big knife, you can go with something smaller like this. Both would work. Onions should be looking like this after you cut it up. You can either dice it or cut it into strips like I did. Then be careful when you're cutting it. Don't get it close to your eye because that will make you cry. After you cut the onions, make sure you wash the cutting board and the knife so the flavor doesn't get mixed up. And then you're going to have to cut up the garlic. You have to dice it. Then you're going to do is cut up the fish cake. It's going to be individual sheets like this. And then you do that to all the other sheets. Ready? Next, you'll boil your about 6 cups of water on medium heat. Once the water starts boiling, you're going to have to add the chili paste to it. If you like spicy food, you can add a little bit more, and if you don't like spicy food, you can just add a little bit less. In my case, I love spicy food, so I'm going to add a lot of it. And then you're going to add the soup base seasoning right here. Just shake it in a little bit. And then the onions. And the garlic. And last but not the least, the sugar. And then you're going to add about 1 teaspoon of sugar. Once everything is in, make sure you stir it so all the chili paste and the soup base gets all mixed up, and let it cook for about 3 to 5 minutes. And once the broth starts boiling, you want to make sure you give it a taste. If it's too spicy, add some more water. If it's not spicy enough, add some more chili paste, and just make sure it tastes right for you. And then we're going to add the rice cakes to the broth. In my case, I like these things, so you can add, so I'm gonna add a whole bag, but if you don't like them that much, you can just do half a bag. And once the rice cakes are in, you have to make sure you stir the pot constantly because you don't want the rice cake to get sticky and get stuck on the bottom of the pot. You'll know the rice cakes are done while it's starting floating onto the top, and then it's getting soft and fat. And then we're going to add in our fish cakes. The reason why I'm adding these last is because they're already cooked in the package, so all you have to do is add them in and let it heat up. Stir the pot for about a minute, and then you just let it bring it back to a boil, and then this is done. Now that's how you cook a tteokbokki. But I like to eat mine with rice, but if you don't have rice, you don't have to. It's good by itself, but that's how you make one. Hope you enjoy yours.